Baiting's reservoir has a capacity of over 3 billion litres. Today, it looks more like desert terrain. Well, the thin line of grass is where water should reach, but now levels are so low it has exposed this old pack horse bridge. Ordinarily, this is completely underwater. And this is the reason why over 5 million households across Yorkshire have been banned from using hosepipes. Next week, another 1.4 million residents from the southeast will join them.
The usage of water has increased exponentially, and yet the facilities haven't.
The prices have all gone up and everything for things, but we're getting worse service.
Bills have gone up and litres of water are gushing out of the street and not being repaired for months. They're taking the mick.
And the anger is because of the water lost through leakages. Yorkshire Water loses 242 million litres a day through leaks. South East Water loses 104 million litres. Their ban comes in parts of Kent and Sussex next Friday. It'll prohibit the use of hose pipes to water gardens, clean cars and fill pools. Anyone who flouts the ban faces a fine of up to £1,000. It comes as heat health alerts for the Midlands, the South West and South East. London and the east of England have been upgraded to amber as Britain bakes in temperatures in excess of 30 degrees Celsius. The third heatwave this summer has meant this Leeds school for autistic children has had to take special measures to keep their pupils safe.
For some of our students, they need some extra support on understanding why they might not be able to use some of the areas. So a lot of change for our children is quite difficult.
Yorkshire and South East Water insist they're investing millions to try and tackle leakages. Little comfort for the millions having to turn their taps off during one of the hottest periods of the year. Rachel Townsend, ITV News, Yorkshire.
Well, the hot weather has prompted fresh warnings about the dangers of cooling off in open water. Our Midlands correspondent Ben Chapman is at Sutton Coalfield, where the body of a teenager has been recovered from a lake after a large search operation. And Ben, the boy was reported missing last night, wasn't he?
That's right, and despite that, we've seen more teenagers swimming in the water here this evening. It was around this time yesterday that emergency services began arriving here, and after a search by specialist teams lasting several hours, the boy's body was sadly recovered from the water at about 10 o'clock last night. People have been coming here this afternoon to lay flowers. This evening, the boy's school has named him as 16-year-old Daniel Drought. Staff there said he brought life and character to the entire school community. And while we don't know the precise circumstances of the incident here last night, it has prompted the lifeboat charity, the RNLI, to remind people of the dangers of open water, as tempting as it may look on a hot weekend like this one is going to be. The water can often be much colder than people expect. It can lead to cold water shock. Their advice, if people get into difficulty or they see somebody in trouble, is float to live. Float on your back, remain calm, try not to thrash about or to panic. Heed warning signs, and if you're in any doubt at all, don't go in the water in the first place.
OK, thanks very much, Ben. Well, let's get more details now on just how hot it's going to be over the next few days. Joe is in Leeds for us tonight. Joe.
Yes, I'm in Leeds in Yorkshire, where of course the hosepipe ban has come in effect today, and for many central and southern parts of England, that amber heat health alert as we head that warning into this weekend. Temperatures continuing to rise. Of course, it is our third heat wave across the UK of the year, and it's expected that heat waves will become more frequent and intense over coming years, both worldwide and here in the UK, with the Met Office predicting that temperatures will be rising across all seasons going forward, but specifically in the summer months here in the UK and specifically in the southeast of England, where it will increase certainly over the next couple of years or so. Now today it's reached 34 Celsius, tomorrow perhaps 34 or 35 degrees in the southwest of England. Temperatures begin to cool off just a little bit next week, but it's still well above average for the time of year.
OK, Joe, thanks very much. Well, we already know that this year's broken many weather records, but is it another heat wave, just a normal summer? Well, our science correspondent Martin Stew has been looking at the trends and the impact. Martin.
Yeah, well, Charlene, we've got hosepipe bans, we've got heat health warnings, as Joe just mentioned. We're already on our third heatwave of the year, and most kids haven't even broken up for the summer yet. And the UN's climate change body, the IPCC, says it is unequivocal that human influence has warmed the atmosphere, ocean and land. But what does all this mean in real terms? Well, this is a Met Office map showing that all parts of the UK are hotter than normal at the moment, 1.4 degrees above average this month. So far, the hottest day of the year was recorded on the 1st of July, 35.8 degrees Celsius. Now, that's still shy of the record set 3 years ago at 40 degrees, but there are more hot days forecast ahead. And there has also been precious little rain. The UK's warmest ever spring was also the driest for 51 years. Unsurprisingly, reservoir levels are below average in all regions, with storage at 4 sites classified as exceptionally low. They are Blithfield in Staffordshire, Blagdon in Somerset and Derwent Valley in Derbyshire, all less than 2/3 full, as are Yorkshire water levels, where they've imposed that hosepipe ban. Reservoirs were 88% full this time last year. They're now at 55%. So how's this rank in the history books? Well, anyone over a certain age will remember the scorching summer of 1976. That still holds the record for the longest lasting heatwave, 16 consecutive days, and the hottest June temperature at 35.6 degrees. But that heatwave was confined to a smaller area and was a blip amongst cooler years. The current conditions are becoming more extreme more often as global temperatures rise. And according to scientists at Reading University, for every degree of global warming, temperature peaks and heat waves are going to go up by 4 degrees.
OK.